What's up, folks? It's Dan here from BeGameCharacter.com, where we turn games into games, and today we're going to go over one of my favorite chest isolation exercises, the dumbbell fly. Okay? For this, what you're going to need is a bench and a pair of dumbbells. That's really it. It's not a super complicated, exercise in terms of equipment necessary, but it is one of the best exercises you can possibly do to isolate your pectoral muscles. And it's not necessarily a big strength move, but it is great for building mass and also just generally adding something else to kind of burn out your pecs on any kind of chest day type workout. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with your dumbbells on your thighs like this to help you lift them into place, and you're going to roll back on your bench and you're going to lift them one at a time so that your hands are straight up in the air right above your shoulders. And what you want to do for this here is you want to put a slight bend in your elbows, palms facing toward each other, and you're just going to let your hands roll out to the side like this, and you're going to take a breath in and expand your chest, and then when you exhale, you're going to drive back up so that you bring the dumbbells back together again, just like that. Again, deep breath in and out. You want to focus on a couple of things. First off, you want to focus on expanding that chest as you come back. And then on the contraction, you want to focus on flexing your pectoral muscles all the way up and holding at the top of the lift. So you got a full couple of, a half second of contraction at the top there at least after you finish the motion. So I'll do a couple now just so you can see. And that's it. It's a pretty straightforward exercise. The reason for the emphasis on the breathing is that you want to really maximize the expansion and the stretching out of your chest muscles, okay? So by breathing in, you're expanding your rib cage, which is making your pectoral muscles expand that much more as you're inhaling. And then you should honestly be inhaling and exhaling on every concentric and eccentric motion that you're doing when you're lifting. All right, so anytime you're doing an eccentric motion, either like lowering down into a squat or like lowering yourself down after a pull-up, you should really be inhaling and then exhaling on the concentric motion. So that goes for the flies as well. For these, you can also do little variants. Obviously, you have a decline and incline option, just like with any other bench-based exercise. With the incline option, if you put the bench at an incline, you're going to hit the upper heads of your pectorals a bit more. Whereas with the decline, if you drop the bench lower than level, you're going to hit the lower heads a little bit more. Generally speaking, for aesthetic purposes, it's better to hit the upper heads. It gives you that more rounded pectoral look. But obviously you don't want to neglect the lower heads as well, so doing a decline would not necessarily be a bad idea. You don't have to go super heavyweight on these. Generally speaking, with any kind of bodybuilding type exercise, you want to be hitting a weight that you probably have 1 or 2 left in the tank even after you do like 8, 10, 12 reps, okay? What you want to focus on instead is the contraction of those muscles, focusing on contracting your chest muscles. And you also want to focus on that bend in the elbow that I was telling you about. You don't want to make sure you're not curling the weight back in and then pushing it up like a bench press, but you do want to maintain that slight bend in your elbow the whole time, because otherwise you put a lot of stress on your bicep tendon. You generally want to avoid that. It's not good. It can lead to stuff like you can get pain in your elbow, you can get tendonitis, stuff like that. You don't want to hyperextend your elbow, all kinds of nasty things that can happen. Make sure you leave that slight bend, but keep it locked the whole time. Make sure you're not cheating by curling in on the upward motion and or pushing up on the upward motion, utilizing your triceps instead of your pecs. So that's it. Thank you for watching. As always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.
Listen.